All right, everyone, welcome to another review. And today we are going to be talking about a film I was able to watch a few weeks ago called Sinners. And I know I'm late to the party, but I just want to give my quick, brief thoughts on this film. So, this is a movie directed by Ryan Coogler, who, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that he's been the director of Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Plus, he was also able to direct Creed, which basically reignited the Rocky franchise for the modern generation. And his directorial debut, which is actually one of my favorite films from his, is called Fruitvale Station. Highly recommend you check that out, plus his other films. And I thought Sinners was by far one of my favorite movies that he's made. And so right now he's made only five, but this is probably my favorite movie. Simply because this is a movie that when I first watched it, I couldn't really process exactly what I experienced. And the reason that I say that is actually a positive. Because this is a movie that you just don't get a movie like this too often, where it basically challenges your expectations of what makes a movie, and especially how to tell a story in such a unique and different manner than how most movies are basically structured today. So, this movie is a combination of drama, of crime, thriller, horror, and so like it's got a bunch of different elements that it does for a genre blending. And it basically tells the story of these two brothers named Smoke and Stack, who are basically twin criminals that go back to their hometown to restart their life. And so they open up this joint to have a place to celebrate music and especially to escape from the reality of daily living. And so I thought that the way this movie pulled that off was actually really impressive because for about the first hour 15 minutes, it's really all the setup and the development of these characters, this world, and especially the thematic elements. And I feel like this movie does an impressive job of being able to not only do that, but make it entertaining along the way. So you have incredible cinematography, you have really, really funny sequences, surprisingly funny for the tone that it goes for, and also some really, really incredible performances from the cast. There's Michael B. Jordan, who plays the twins. He's really good. Miles Catton, if I'm pronouncing that right, he's really good. This is actually his first film. He plays the son of a preacher who wants to basically embrace the lifestyle of music. And I thought my favorite element of this movie was the music itself, where you have an incredible bluesy and tense score that basically develops throughout the entire film. You've got some really great songs that are added to the soundtrack that I feel like really enable the mood of the movie to be on full front. And I especially love how this movie utilizes the music to develop these characters and especially to develop the sequences. And you especially see that in the end of the movie when the horror elements start taking more into play. I actually don't really want to spoil that if you haven't seen that, but it is really well pulled off. Um, and so I thought this is honestly one of my favorite movies of the year so far. This is a movie that's really entertaining, incredibly well made. I hope it gets some Oscar nominations next year, especially for cinematography and especially the score. And I feel like this is a movie that not only entertains but leaves you with something to ponder and reflect upon. So when I left the theater, I felt like this is a movie that just made me think about what I had just watched. But especially the more I thought about it, the more the themes started to piece together, the character arcs started to piece together, and especially the entertainment value just stuck with me a lot more. So this is a movie I highly recommend you check out. It is doing incredible in theaters, and you should keep that going if you haven't seen that. And if you want more reviews like this, be sure to leave a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Have a blessed day. I'll see you in another review. Take care.